Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the SideLine Speaks with myself, Britne Jones, alongside Jason Collins and Kevin Walker, right here on Never Had It So Good Sports Media Network. What's going on, K Walker and Jay?
All is well, all is well. Looking forward to another great one.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun show. We got a lot of good stuff planned tonight, so I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Absolutely. It's so much going on in the sports world right now. But before we get started, I just would like to ask everyone if you could please subscribe, like, and share our YouTube channel, The SideLine Speaks. We are also on Twitter, so please follow us on Twitter at SideLine Speaks. We're also on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts for those if you're not able to watch our show. But of course, we would love for you to be able to watch us because we just silly. We are. We're good at what we do and what we talk about, but we could joke on some serious stuff. All right, guys, you guys ready to talk some sports?
Let's do
Let's
it. Let's
do
do
it.
it.
Let's get it. Some good news came out yesterday. Well, at least for me. I don't know about anybody else. Maybe not for Jay, since he wants to say that he's a Cowboys fan now. But at least for me, it was good news. But no, it was
I bet
announced.
it was.
It was announced yesterday that quarterback Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles have come to an agreement on a massive extension, which makes him the highest paid player in NFL history as of right now. K-Rock, stop hating. I know you still don't know who your quarterback is just yet. You'll get one eventually, okay? No, I'm just kidding. They have reached an agreement on a 5-year, $255 million extension with $179 million guaranteed. The contract also includes a no trade clause. What am I saying? A no trade clause, but also he is able to earn an extra $15 million in incentives. Interesting. What are your thoughts on this contract? I guess I'll go to K Walker first. Get it over
I
with.
wish you, I wish you would have went to Jay first on this one. Seriously, I'll try to
Let's get
prolong
this
it as
over
long as I
with.
possibly could, but let's get it out the way, ladies and gentlemen. No, hats off to the brother for sure, man. I mean, congratulations. If you guys don't already know, I'm a huge fan of black quarterbacks, for sure. So there's no hate there. I'm just not an Eagle fan. Guys know that, but I'm not a hater on anyone making their money. Wow, when I saw this, Britt and guys, I really thought that, like, wow, this is serious. And then what I immediately went to? Lamar Demetrius Jackson. What that means for him, we'll get to him, I'm pretty sure. So I'll lay off of him for a second. But yeah, I think it's a great thing. You lock him up for the foreseeable future. He led you to a Super Bowl appearance. I don't know if he did or who was that?
No, he did. He did.
Who was that? Who
Yeah.
was the Temple guy? The Temple guy that hit Brock Purdy's arm. I forget his name.
Hassan
What was
Reddick.
his
No, he
Hassan
did.
Reddick. A Temple
He
guy
did.
took out my quarterback.
Look,
So he led y'all to the Super Bowl. But no, I'm just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just kidding.
I was about
No,
to say.
hats off to him. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, hats off to the brother, man. I mean, he's done phenomenal things. He's shown nothing but great leadership, productivity on and off the field. So yeah, just hats off. And again, I alluded to a little bit earlier is what does this mean for Lamar Jackson going forward? But highest paid player in the history of the game. A lot of people saying no, he's not the best quarterback in the game. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, when you say that, you have to understand that it's not the NFL paying these guys. It's the individual teams that are paying these guys. So he's worth this much money to the Philadelphia Eagles. Not saying he's worth this much to the NFL, because if you ask me, Patrick Mahomes should be the highest paid quarterback and highest paid player in the NFL. But we're not talking about the NFL. We're talking about individual teams. But nonetheless, hats off to the brother. Well deserved. And I just want to see. Well, I don't want to see him go to another Super Bowl anytime soon, because obviously I'm a 49er fan. So if that means if he goes to the Super Bowl, that means my 49ers aren't going. But hats off nonetheless.
Yeah. No, I thought it was an amazing contract. Kudos, first of all, to Harry Roseman, because they still have so much wiggle room. I was looking at the cap hits for the first 3 years. I think is less than $15 million. With this year being $6 million, next year is like 12 or 13, and after that it's like 14 or 15. That's amazing. When you look at Daniel Jones's contract, his first year, I think the cap hit is like 23, 24 million in its first year coming up this year. But no, like you said, K Walk, I think Congratulations to Jalen Hurts, well deserved. After that playoff performance, I'm sorry, not the playoff performance, the Super Bowl performance. Understanding that the Eagles lost, they should have won, but they did lose. He was the best player on the field by far. He was by far the best player on that field. Even Patrick Mahomes. Who else? I can't think of their tight end right now. This is my guy, Travis Kelce.
Travis Kevin.
If a loser can win it, they both thought Jalen Hurts should have been the MVP that game. Just by how far. This story to me is incredible. From being cut from in Alabama, or being benched, I should say, not cut, and then he transferred over to Oklahoma. Nobody had faith in him. Not one person had faith in him. And the next thing you know, he really works hard. You can see his improvements, see his development, and then carries his team into the Super Bowl. This is well deserved. But kudos to Jalen Hurts, and kudos to Nicole freaking Lynn, the first black woman agent, sports agent to have this massive contract like this. So congratulations to her as well, because trust me, y'all, she got paid just as much as he did in this situation. And kudos to Howie Roseman. But Jay, what are your thoughts on this contract?
No, I thought it was a great move. I think that's the Eagles, an organization that's showing you how to take care of players that are important to your franchise. Like, you don't wait. You don't try to throw a tag on them. You don't try to make them play out their last year. Like, you treat your valuable assets exactly how the Eagles treated Jalen Hurts. I thought it was a good deal. Yes, he's the highest paid, QB in the league, but a lot of that just has to do with timing. The cap goes up every year. Next year, it'll probably be someone else. That's just the nature of the game, but, well deserving. I think Jalen Hurts is well deserving. The thing I think I like most about him is he's willing to put the work in. Like, he knew last year people were saying, hey man, you got to get better at throwing the football. You've got to get better at being more accurate. And then the offseason, he went to work on that. And then he comes back and you can actually see it happening on Sundays. And to me, like, some guys you worry about when they get paid, you're like, they got paid now. What are they going to give me? Like, to me, Jalen Hurts is not somebody that you have to worry about. Like, he got paid, and I bet he's working just as hard now as he was before he got paid. So I think it's a great move by the Eagles. They got their quarterback for the next decade, and I'm happy for him. I mean, he put the work in, and he absolutely deserves it.
Yeah, the thing about this contract, what a lot of people aren't mentioning also, Jalen Hurts is only, 24 years old? So by the end of this contract,
he's going to get paid
29 years old. So if he continues to get better, he's going to get an even better contract than this. And as Jay alluded to, the salary cap goes up each and every year. So that comes to my next question. Jay, you kind of answered it a little bit. So, K-Walk, I'm going to come to you on this one. Are the Eagles smart for locking up Jalen Hurts now instead of waiting?
I mean, no, obviously they're smart. I think that's a no-brainer to get him now than to get him later. Because, like you guys said, his age, his productivity, and what he did. He's coming off of a Super Bowl appearance, and one possession loss in the Super Bowl. So yeah, anytime franchise quarterbacks are they come few far in between. Like you mentioned, Britt, you made a joke, but it's true. The 49ers are in that situation right now where they're a quarterback away from being a Super Bowl winner, not just a contender, but a winner. We saw that this past year. So yeah, obviously it's a no-brainer. You got to get that. If you got that quarterback in your locker room, you got him in your town, you lock him up immediately, and you don't wait around. Baltimore Ravens, the heck are you waiting for? I know we're going to get into it because I'm telling you right now, I'm so mad right now. I know we're going to get into it, but you lock him up now, and like you guys alluded to it, he's 24 years old. He's in a position to get another huge contract, providing that he stays healthy, of course. Hopefully, he does that, and then and produces as well, and it gets another big contract before he turns 30.
Right. That's crazy. I'm just sitting back, thinking of this kid's journey, of his journey, the type of leader he is. He is truly a leader of men, and he's perfect for that locker room. miles difference, huge difference between Carson Wentz coming out of his locker room. You know, I'm a Philadelphia
Who's that?
Eagles fan. The guy who may be a backup next year for somebody.
Oh,
Uh,
right.
um,
Oh, I thought you were talking about Nick Foles. Nick Foles. Oh,
no, he's super
I
beloved
know.
here.
I know.
He
I
might
know.
be. He got one up on Jalen Hurts. People love Jalen Hurts, but Nick Foles will always be the quarterback that won us our first Super Bowl. But anyway, but no, they are extremely smart because if you would have waited, here's the thing: you have Joe Burrows that still needs to get signed extension. You have Justin Herbert that still needs to get an extension. So if you would have waited, understand those guys have not gone to a Super Bowl yet. Justin Herbert's been great in the regular season, but when it comes time to the playoffs, if he makes it to the playoffs, he has not performed as great. So, and then you had Jalen Hurts, who made it to the Super Bowl. And if they would have won, he definitely would have been a Super Bowl MVP. So that means only more money would have been given to Jalen Hurts. So it is very smart for them to lock up Jalen Hurts now. And they have so much wiggle room or flexibility with his contract that they are able to then go out and sign other players. You all right, K-Walk?
K-Walk's watching the game.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
So, but Jay, you have any final thoughts on the Eagles being smart on locking up Jalen Hurts?
No. I think it was just the right move at the right time,
Right.
and I think that's how you show respect to the players that are going to
Right.
be leading your organization. You get it done. You don't try to lowball them. You give them a fair deal. And the Eagles are a first-class organization when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Right. So
I
speaking of that, and I know K-Walk mentioned it, so Jay, I'm actually come to you first on this one. How do you think this impacts Lamar Jackson? That's a big conversation.
It's interesting. I know K-Walk's chomping at the bit. He was
Right.
sending out some text. He didn't want to say too much in the text thread. But my thought on it is I was kind of thinking about it in an interesting way. Okay, Jalen gets 179 guaranteed.
Mhm.
I'm thinking, like, if you got Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts, like, forget about what Lamar has done in the past, but just today going forward, right? Lamar and Jalen. Are we convinced that one is better than the other? Like, if you're a Lamar Jackson guy, can you really say, I know for the next 5 years he's going to be a better player than Jalen Hurts? Like, I don't know that I would say that. A year ago, I would have never made that statement. But the way Jalen played last year, I feel like those guys are kind of on par to me. So I think it affects Lamar's deal in a way like he might get Jalen Hurts kind of money. He might get 175, 179 guaranteed, but I don't think he's getting 2 million guaranteed. I don't think he's getting the 220 to 225 that maybe he was seeking, because I think the Ravens could make a legitimate argument and say, look, a guy that we think is just as good as you just took 179. You're going to have to be in that range. So I don't know that it increases Lamar's market value. I'm not sure that it does.
I think what kind of hurt Lamar is one, injuries. And I'll be honest, I think the Baltimore Ravens hurt Lamar. I just feel like you can't really see his full potential because they haven't given him the playmakers that Jalen Hurts have.
I agree with that. Jalen has the better team for sure.
Right, that not Patrick Mahomes, that Joe Burrow has, that a Justin Herbert has. All these young quarterbacks have, but Patrick Mahomes, he does have Travis Kelce, right? So Lamar Jackson has who? I mean, they just got Odell Beckham. We're not sure what Odell Beckham is just yet. I'm gonna assume he's comes back being somewhat of a great talent. He probably took a little hit. K-Walk, I'm coming to you in a second. Wait a minute. But I just feel like him playing last year just kind of hurt him a little bit. I really, really do. But do I think he deserves a contract that might be? I think his guarantee should be a little bit higher than Jalen Hurts, just because of what we have seen from him in the past. You give him the playmakers, I still think he's a talented quarterback. I still think he's a top 5, top 6 quarterback in this league. Top 5 for sure, in my opinion. I could be wrong. We're going to have to wait and see. But I do also think Jalen Hurts is a top 5, top 6 quarterback as well, at least right now. So this is definitely going to impact them, I think. I just feel
Let
like
me just say this before K Walk goes. I'm not big on paying guys on past performance. Especially if there's
I agree.
especially if there's durability issues. Going forward, I think Jalen is more durable, and I think he's going to give you at least equal production. He's going to be as important to his team as Lamar is going to be to his team. So I think his money is going to be very comparable to what Jalen just got. I don't know that he's going to get a whole lot more. I really don't think he will.
I'm be honest with you. After the Super Bowl performance from Jalen Hurts, I would say I agree. I know Lamar Jackson got the MVP year. K-Walk, I'm making him wait. I'm purposely taking long for a reason. But I'm not saying I can't disagree with you. I just felt like him playing this past season, I really think it hurt him a little bit because he got hurt. All right, K-Walk, let's see what you got to say.
All right, guys, listen, man. Lamar Demetrius Jackson, if you're listening to me right now, brother, I will be an advocate for you. Forget everything they just said, man. Jalen Hurts got paid because the Eagles feel like he's worth that much money to them. Everything you guys said, it's, you know what? I just don't understand why you guys don't realize that the Ravens are keeping this guy from being the best that he can possibly
I just said that.
Can be. I know. I'm saying. Let me go. I'm saying. I know. I'm agreeing with you there. But the fact of the matter is, you don't give. If you take away the best receiver, and that's Hollywood Brown. You trade Hollywood Brown to the Cardinals, and that's their best receiver. I know they got Mark Andrews. Like, why are you putting this guy in a no-lose situation? All right, why are you putting him in? You guys mentioned durability. He wasn't hurt last year. We all know he wasn't hurt last year. This guy said, listen, I'm not playing if you guys aren't paying. That's the bottom line. And the guy's smart in that aspect. Like, I'm not putting my body out there on the line. And he has to, and even if let's just say he was hurt. Let's just say if he was hurt, the fact of the matter is he has to do what he has to do with his legs because he doesn't have anyone to throw to outside of Mark Andrews. He just doesn't. I mean, that's the bottom line. I get what Jalen Hurts made. Get this man his money, man. Give this man his money. And wow, man, it's just really makes me so mad that you guys are just not thinking that. And Jay, I don't think that I've ever disagreed with you more here, brother. But I disagree. There's no parity there, man. Lamar Jackson is way, and I say way better than Jalen Hurts than is. And you guys mentioned, say, don't pay him on his past experience or past performance. What did Jalen Hurts get paid for? I know it's not a rhetorical question. I really want to answer. Britt, what did Jalen Hurts get paid for?
I get it. I understand what you're saying. Now, will I say Lamar Jackson at this moment is way better than Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, he is.
I think
you give him the weapon. You give him the weapons that Jalen Hurts has.
You're disrespecting Jalen Hurts at this point.
No, I'm not disrespecting Jalen Hurts.
Yes, you are. Because of what he just did.
I'm respecting Lamar Jackson. No, I'm respecting Lamar Jackson. I'm not disrespecting.
But with Lamar Jackson, let's be real, injury is a problem. Injury is a problem.
Yeah, when you don't have anybody to throw to and you got to run all the time. Yeah,
it doesn't make sense for him to sit at the end of the season versus instead of sitting during the beginning of the season.
It's a business decision.
That was a dumb business decision that hurt him. You should have sat at the beginning of the season to prove your point, not towards the end.
Now, what is Baltimore? No, it was a smart business decision now. Because what is Baltimore doing? What is Baltimore doing with him right now? What does Baltimore have if Lamar Jackson leaves or they trade him or whatever? Who do they have?
I already said this. I said this 1,000 times.
I know this, but I'm saying I know they do. That's what I'm saying.
He may not get the $200 million that he's looking for. I just said he might get 180 something in guaranteed money. I just said that 180 something in guaranteed. He may not get no more than that. He's going to have to come down.
I'm not talking about the number. I'm saying pay him regardless of what to pay him. Pay him. If it's 180, if it's 179.4, you got to pay him more than Jalen Hurts.
I'm not saying he shouldn't be paid. I absolutely think Lamar Jackson should be paid. I'm just saying he's not going to get the number that he thinks he should get.
Right.
Because I think if they were going to give him that number, they would have did it already.
I know that. I know he's not going to.
And then what I'm saying is, I don't think the Jalen Hurts contract helps Lamar. Like, I don't think Lamar can go in there and say, Jalen just got 180. Now I need 215, because I think the Ravens are going to say, we don't believe that you're $35 million better than he is. Like, I don't think they believe it. They could be wrong, but I don't think they believe it, because if they did, what are they waiting for? Why not
Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, call Baltimore right now. Give them whatever they want, and we'll take them. We'll take them. I'm telling you right now, you put Lamar Jackson in that offense, and you guys want to say, "Oh, he's getting underpaid if he gets $200 million." I guarantee you that. You put him in the right situation. You put him in that right situation.
Even to that point, though, it doesn't. Maybe it's happening behind the scenes, and it's stuff we don't know about. But it doesn't seem like too many teams are beating down the door to bring him in at the number that he wants. I think anybody that needs a QB would take him.
And I can't argue with that. And I can't argue with that. Right.
But I don't think they're willing to pay him the number that he wants. And that's all I'm saying.
Can't argue with that, Jay. I cannot argue with that, because
look
the
at
fact
it from
of the
this
matter
perspective.
is that's the number. Well, let me finish with it. I can't argue with that, Jay, because the number is the number. The number is the number. And I think a lot of people are saying the same number, 200 million. Yeah. So no one's going to give him that. So I agree with that. Lamar, back down from that. You're still young enough to get, 160, 170, or even the Jalen Hurts money for 3 years. And then, after that, because he just turned 26
he's young
years
too.
old in January. He just turned. So he'll be 29. If you can sign a 3-year deal and give him 150, give him Jalen Hurts
take
money.
180.
Money. Yeah.
I would do 180 without even thinking about it if I was the Ravens.
Yeah, if it's 20 million, if it's a 20 million difference, brother, and you're 26 years old, and you can re-up after 3 years, then take that money and then you prove what you're worth, show what you're worth, stay healthy, stay durable, and then you can go get that second contract, like you guys mentioned. But yeah, I mean, I'll take Lamar in a heartbeat, bro. I'll take Lamar in a heartbeat over Jalen Hurts.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people
over Jalen Hurts.
I heard what you said, K-Walk. I heard what you said.
And I'm reiterating it.
Because the 49ers can't freaking afford them right now, so you won't have
You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know that.
Who you going to give up? Who you going to give up?
I don't know. I'm not John Lynch. That's right, but yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I would take Lamar, though. If we could afford him, I'd take Lamar over Jalen Hurts.
Take him.
Hey, K-Walk, though.
Anybody cares? Take
K-Walk, though. Like, I know you said way better, but do you really, are you saying the gap is that big between those two players?
After,
in my opinion,
after this past year's performance, that gap ain't that wide. He's being dramatic. Come on, you know how K-Walk is.
I'm not. Brett, don't tell me what I'm being. I'm just how I feel. That's how I feel, Brett. Lamar. Yeah, you're a fan. I'm not even a Ravens
I'm not talking from a fan.
I'm not even a Ravens fan. Yes, you are, Brett. You always put it the Eagles.
I love Lamar Jackson.
You're always biased. You're always biased.
You're talking to me about somebody biased with your 49ers.
I'm not talking about the 49ers. I'm talking about Lamar Jackson.
What are you talking about? Somebody being biased? I'm the least biased person on this show. Are you kidding me?
All right, next time. Let's move on.
I'm giving
Jalen Hurts his props. Then you're being dramatic. And you believe that, you're being dramatic.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
All right, Joel Embiid on the all-time Sixers team.
Okay.
Joel Embiid on the all-time Sixers team.
Oh, so now you talk about stuff that happened like
no bias. I'm just saying biasness. I'm just saying.
Out of here with this. All right,
go ahead. Let's move on.
Let's move on. All right, let's taking stuff personal. Let's talk about the NBA. I got a shout out because we just got some good news. I guess good news. We just got an announcement that the NBA has announced the NBA Clutch Player of the Year. So congratulations to De'Aaron Fox. He's well deserved. So I just want to give him his shout outs before we talk about that. I didn't even know that was an
award. Clutch Player of the Year?
Jerry West. That's Jerry West. That's a new award.
Oh, man.
So the Jerry West Award.
I didn't know.
It's called the Jerry West Award.
The situation is that it's a new award this year. It's brand new because previous years I never heard of it. But well deserved. He is one of the most clutch players in the fourth quarter. If you're into analytics, it says it right in analytics, and he has shown it the last 2 games in the playoffs against the Warriors. But we'll get into that later. But before we head into break, I do want to talk about a couple things with the NBA playoffs real fast. So we have the Lakers versus the Grizzlies in round one of the playoffs. The LA Lakers beat the Grizzlies 128-112, and they now lead the series 1-0. I have a question. So my question is, if the Lakers win this series, would this be considered an upset? Okay, Walker, I'm gonna come to you first. Hold that thought, Jay. I'm sorry.
No, in my opinion, no, definitely not. Because I think at this point, I think before the playoffs even started, we said that the Lakers had an opportunity not to only win this series, but possibly get to to the finals or win the West, or same difference, I guess. But yeah, no, so definitely wouldn't be an upset at this point. And then I think right now the Grizzlies are kind of taking a step back, because I think a lot of this off-court stuff, or a lot of the non-basketball stuff, is starting to catch up with these guys. And when you see Morant go down with that the hand injury, that's going to play a big part in it as well. So no, even if he was healthy and he's able to go, I think everything that we said and we mentioned, the Lakers are possibly contenders if they get in. So no, definitely wouldn't be an upset in my opinion.
I think for me, technically, I guess it is considered an upset because the Grizzlies were what, number
2,
3?
Two, yeah.
Was it
yeah,
2 or 3?
2 seed, yeah. I said last week that the Kings were, but my apologies, ladies.
It was, so they're number 2. Kings were number 3,
2.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
So technically, by seeding, it is technically upset. But I think if you just look at the game and the players, or the matchup, I should say, I really don't think it's that much of an upset. I really think these teams are a lot closer than what most people think, especially after the trade. If you would have asked me prior to the trade, I would have said absolutely this would be an upset situation. But I just think the moves that the Lakers made them such a much better contender for the West, and you can see it. Now, the thing is, I don't get too big about game one, or take game one so seriously, because you haven't had the opportunity to make the necessary adjustments. And we have seen the good teams, the good coaching, they will make the necessary adjustments in game 2, game 3. Those are some of the hardest games to play when it comes to the playoffs. Those 2 games, 3 games, depending on how long the series goes, will show you who's the much better team. Game 1 doesn't necessarily show that. Like, let's be serious. I think the Lakers had just played, so they kind of on the momentum. The Grizzlies sat a little bit longer. I'm not telling you who I think is going to win the series, but you get cold. You got to get in there. You got to play. Ja got hurt. But, we'll see what happens. I still think this is a much closer matchup than most people think, and it could go any way in this particular series. And Dillon Brooks, you talked a whole lot of junk prior to this, didn't you? You better back it up, because you already lost game 1. But Jay, do you think this would be an upset if the Lakers win the series?
No, I don't think it's an upset. I think it's only going to be an upset on paper. The thing about the NBA now, when so many guys sit out throughout the season and injuries, it's really, the seeding doesn't necessarily go along with who the best teams really are. So the Grizzlies played hard all year long. They got that great seed, but I don't really think they're that much better than the Lakers at all. And right now, I think they just have too many people hurt. Adams is out, sitting over there on the bench. They got a couple other guys out. And then, as Kay Walk alluded to, John Morant injures his hand. I just think that's going to be too much to overcome. And if these young guys on the Lakers play the way they did in game 1, the Grizzlies don't have a chance. They might get swept if those young guys keep playing like that. So I think the Lakers are going to win, and I don't really think anyone's going to consider it to be a big upset. The Grizzlies are good, like, they're paper champs. They they do a great job talking. They look good on paper, but when the ball goes up in the air, I don't believe they can get it done.
Yeah. And you know what they say? The age-old saying is that the series is not a series until the road team wins.
Yeah.
And they did that. So that's a series now. So yeah. I'm no longer a fan. He was starting to win me over.
Me too.
He was starting to win me over, but then he took like 4 steps forward with me, and then he took like 9 steps back. With that whole situation with the off the court stuff. I'm not going to get into exactly what it was. And then Dillon Brooks as well. Like you alluded to, Britt. All that talking that they do. These kids are young. I get it. It's a different age. But yeah, like you guys said, you got to play. You got to play on. You got to come up. You got to show up. You know, you got to. It's Jay. What we say in 90? We talked the talk, but what we did 91, we walked the walk. Thank you. Exactly.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Britt. I'm sorry.
Done. No, I'm just playing. All right, guys.
Hey, Britt, we got it on video. We might have to pull that video out one day.
90, 91.
We were talking that
talking
talk.
now. Talk the talk in 90
championships and then getting it done.
Are we able to see the video?
We
absolutely. Oh, stop it, Britt. Yeah.
I know.
You know what, Britt? You can hear it. As long as you can hear it, that's all that matters.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. Now, is there static when they're talking?
It's
Britt,
crystal clear. I know you were just making your way into the world back then, but
I was on Similac, whatever they call that stuff back in the day. All right, guys. We go head into break now. Hopefully, I have another question. Hopefully, we can get into it. I know me and K-Walk got into our little back and forth, but it's all cool. It's all love. That's what we do, Britt. I still think he's dramatic. I'm pretty sure he still thinks I'm analyzing based off of fandom.
I want to talk about that some more.
Oh, if we got time at the end, let's get into it.
Jay stirring up stuff, man.
Let's get into it.
And then Jay will probably go to the bathroom or something while we get into it.
Okay, well, you know Jay the instigator of us.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying.
All right, guys, we're going to head into our first break here. When we come back, we're actually going to do a live NFL Legends. Can I not speak today? Legends draft. I think it'll be fun. It's going to be exciting. And again, please subscribe, like, comment on our YouTube channel. The SideLine Speaks. Also, we're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. The SideLine Speaks. But you guys are watching the SideLine Speaks with myself, Britne Jones, alongside Jason Collins and Kevin Walker, right here on Never Had It So Good Sports Media Network.
CampLyman.com is an opportunity for my big boys to come get some work. Let's put it all together. We built from the ground up. You know, our cliche is it all starts up front. Once again, start, stance, hand placement, hand separation, get-offs, counter moves, a little bit of everything. Polish up those skills before your middle school or high school season began. Just come work on your craft. Once again, CampLyman.com.
You're inside Never Had It So Good Sports Radio with Princess Cooper, Tim Moore, David the Duck Riley, Jason Collins, Shoshana Cook, Britne Jones, Travis McGee, Eric Scott, and Kevin Walker. We make it easy to talk sports.
Welcome back to the SideLine Speaks with myself, Britne Jones, alongside Jason Collins and Kevin Walker, right here on Never Had It So Good Sports Media Network. All right, guys, it is time to do it. So, in honor of the official NFL draft next week, from April 27th to the 29th, I decided, you know what, let's have a little fun this week. And let's do a live NFL draft, but a Legends edition. So most of these guys that we are going to be drafting are in the Hall of Fame, or they have just retired and on the verge of being a Hall of Famer. So, but a lot of them are already in the Hall of Fame. All right. So how it's going to work is I gave my other two co-hosts here, K-Walk and Jay, our draft board. So we do have all of the players already. And they have rules. So there's a certain requirement that they have to fill. It's about 15, 16 rounds. And by the way, K-Walk and Jay, if you go first, the first round, that does not mean you go first every single round. I'm going to switch it up. So make sure you strategize pretty well. But hopefully after this, we'll try to post our teams on social media, post this later again on YouTube as well.
Do a poll.
Yep. And we could do a poll as well. And you guys let us know who you think has the best team. It's going to be hard because all these guys are Hall of Famer. So round one, make sure you pick right. K-Walk, I'm going to come to you first.
Oh, Lord have mercy, Britt. I just knew you were coming to me first.
I did too, Jay. I really did. Especially after our debate. I feel like I'm not giving K-Walk.
I was ready, man.
Right. All right, so I could pick any position. All right.
I know K-Walk's going to take my guy too.
As long as you have the requirements that I gave you. So the two quarterbacks, the one wide receiver.
Got you.
Sorry, one running back, so forth. You have the list.
Guarantee you, K-Walk's going to take my guy.
I don't know, Jay. No, don't bank on that, bro. Because I don't know who you think. I thought we had to go a certain order, but You don't have my one guy. I know it's only the guys that we have here on the list. Is that correct?
Only the guys that we have on the list. I know
I can't
there's a whole
believe,
bunch of people I didn't put on
Marshall
there.
Falk. I would have went Marshall Falk here, but
That's
let me
why I
go.
didn't put him on there because I would have got mad if somebody would have chosen.
Yeah.
My guy.
Wow. Okay. I'm looking at the quarterbacks here. I love my I'm gonna go Barry Sanders here. I'm gonna go Barry Sanders. I'm gonna go Barry Sanders. Let me start my team off with Barry Sanders. Is that the guy, Jay?
That he was on my list of guys, but he was not my number one guy.
Okay.
But he was definitely on my short list.
All right.
Yeah, you definitely. Yeah, I wanted him, but it's okay. It's okay.
My next, Britt.
All right, Jay, you go ahead and go
Thank
next.
you, Britt. Give me Lawrence Taylor. Give me Lawrence Taylor.
All right.
Best
You're a defensive guy,
defender ever to play the
CJ.
game.
You gotta look at it that way. You're a defensive guy. All right.
All right, let's see.
Hold on, where's LT at on my list here? Oh, okay.
All right, hold on. Let me mark this off here because I got.
Yeah.
Where you at?
He's the fourth linebacker.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let me see who I want to go with. All right, you went with LT. I guess I'll go with my guy because I got to make sure you don't take all the best defensive guys.
You gonna go Reggie? You gonna go Reggie White?
You got that right.
Mm-hmm. You going Reggie White?
I'm going Reggie White.
Okay, Britt. All right.
Gotta go with the best defensive end.
I got you. No, I got you there. All right. Let me see here. Let me go. I'm next, right?
Is it back to K Walk, Britt, or we?
How's that work?
That's right. All right. So, okay, here's the thing. K-Walk, you use your running back, so you're done with running backs. Me and Jay, you use your one linebacker, you're done with linebackers.
Oh, okay. I see how you're doing it. Okay.
One of my defensive ends, so I have one more defensive end. So just make sure you keep track of that because I'll try to if I can. Let's see who went first. K-Walk, Jay, you go ahead and go first.
All right, give me Deion Primetime Sanders.
Oh, okay, that's a good one. I like that one.
All right. Let's see. So you want Deion. I'm gonna go next, and I'm gonna take. Let me see, because we need also. You know what? I'm gonna go tight end here.
Ooh,
and I'm gonna go. Yeah, this is a little crazy. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna go. I got my.
Oh dang! I talked out of my back.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna switch it up. It's a lot of. I'm gonna go receiver. I was gonna go quarterback, but I want to wait who picks who first. I'm gonna go receiver, and I wasn't gonna go with your guy Jay, but I think I'm sorry, K-Walk, but I think I'm gonna just go with your guy. Since Jerry Rice, best receiver.
My mouth always gets me in trouble, man. I need to learn how to keep my mouth. I need to keep my mouth shut, man. I gotta learn how to do that.
All right, K-Walk, you next.
All right. So I really was gonna go with him next. All right. Give me. I gotta go. Give me Ray Lewis here. Oh, out. Give me Ray Lewis.
Love reliving that nightmare, man.
Hey man, give me Ray Lewis.
All right, so you got Ray Lewis. All right, so I'm gonna go next this time.
All
right, so I got one more defensive end. Do I want to go with a D end? Deacon Jones is looking pretty. Let's see.
You know about Deacon Jones?
Oh, he was nasty.
I know he was, but what you know about him?
You know what?
No,
I'm gonna switch it up. I'm gonna go inside. I'm gonna go inside here. I'm gonna go with Warren Sapp.
That's a good pick right there.
Oh, that's a good one. That's it is a good one, bro. Yeah, Brett.
That's a great pick.
Can't lie there, Brett.
All right, who's up, Brett?
Who went first last? K-Walk, I'm gonna come back to you.
It's me? Okay. All right. Wait, Jay, did you say you had two picks, Jay?
I've had two so far.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, I marked it out. Yeah, yeah. He went Deion Primetime. Okay, give me Oh. I know he's pressed for time. Give me. I love this guy, man, but I can't pick another running back. Give me dang, Britt, you making this rough, man. Give me Oh, you got him as a linebacker. Oh, you're killing me there, Britt. All right.
Who?
I'm not
Who
gonna
you think
tell
about?
you.
I know who you looking at. You looking
Yeah,
right
he's
at
on my
Junior
Derek
all-time defense.
Thomas. He's looking
That
right
was
at Derek Thomas.
I was gonna say that.
Jay knows me. Jay knows me. All right, give me wow. Give me Bruce Smith. Give me Bruce Smith.
Okay.
All right, that's a good pickup. All right, give me the best safety to ever do it, Ed Reed.
Good one, Jay. Good one, Jay. I like that.
All right. So, all right. Let's see. Who goes first this round? You know what? K-Walk, I'm gonna let you have it back for the fourth.
Really? You want to give me it back? Okay.
I'm gonna give it to you back.
All right. Give me Ronnie. I hit a lot. Give me Ronnie Lott.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna go next. You actually took my guy, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm gonna go with just to make sure here.
Tag, I had this figured out. I swore I had this figured out, but you guys are being good right now.
You know what? So I chose Jerry Rice as my one receiver. You know, I'm gonna go big as my other receiver, so I'm gonna take Calvin Johnson on the other side.
That's a good
Megatron.
pickup, man. You got Rice and Calvin Johnson. That's pretty good. I'm
Jay?
gonna stick with defense here. I'm gonna win with defense. Give me Aaron Donald. Give me Aaron Donald.
Good pick.
Good pick there, Jay. All right. I got to go outside
Hold
here.
on.
Oh, it's you?
That's the end of that round, right?
It's ended that round. It's
Oh.
next round. Let's see. I'll go next. I haven't gone first in a while. I'll go next. All right, let's see here because I'm trying to keep track. Oh, I don't have a corner yet. Oh boy.
Oh, you son of a gun.
I don't know which corner. Do I want? You know what? I'm gonna go a little different here. I'm gonna go Rod Woodson for my corner. Rod Woodson.
Okay.
All right, K-Walk, you got it.
You just took my guy. All right. I gotta stay defense. I need somebody outside because you got some good receivers out there. So these two are always you took my corner there, Britt. Now give me Champ. I want Champ. I want Champ Bailey. Give me Champ Bailey here.
That's a good one.
All
Jay,
right.
it's on you.
I'm gonna stay defense. You got those great receivers. I need somebody to shut them down. Give me Revis Island.
Yeah,
give me Revis Island.
I knew you were gonna go there, Jay. I knew you were gonna go there.
If he was left, I was gonna pick him next. So Jay, you're done with corners.
Yeah. Well, no, he's. Oh yeah. I wrote him in the
Dion.
wrong place. Yep. Those are my two corners. Yep.
All right. Okay. Yep. Yeah, K-Walk, you got one more corner. So speaking of that, K-Walk, go ahead, go first. It's on you.
Man, I thought it was on me, Britt.
Give me. I gotta take Charles. I gotta take Charles Woodson. Give me Charles Woodson right here, man. Give me Charles
Woodson.
Woodson.
Yeah. All right. I like. Oh, that's a sexy corner right there. Some sexy corners there.
All right, K-Walk, you done with corners.
I got you.
All right.
To scratch it off like that now.
Oh my bad. It's this.
Like, I know, Brett. I'm messing with you.
This mic at times it don't want to work, and then the one thing I don't want you to hear. That's what you hear. All right, who's next? Jay, you went last couple of rounds, right?
Yeah.
All right, Jay, go ahead.
Y'all been giving me the short end of the stick over here.
Jay, I'll go last.
let me get Bo Jackson. No. Yeah, let me get Bo Jackson.
You took my guy. I knew I should have went next. All right, Jay, you done with running backs?
Yeah.
So I get whoever is left. Oops, I've scratched out the wrong one. All right, so I'm next. Let's see. I need another corner, don't I? I messed myself up with corners, but I'm gonna go with Charles Tillman on this one.
Okay.
Oh, Charles Tillman, you said?
Yep. Oh, Charles Tillman. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna go. Jay, go ahead, go first. You haven't gone first in a while.
All right, give me
Don't do it. Don't do it, Jay. I know you.
Nah, okay, well, I'm gonna go offense here. I'm gonna go
I know.
offense. Give me Tom Brady.
Ooh, okay.
Give me Tom Brady.
I know you.
I don't know if he's gonna be my starter or my backup, but he's on the squad.
Gosh, wow. You don't know if
All
Tom
right.
Brady's gonna be a starter or backup.
So I'm gonna go next. And I was looking at Tom Brady, but you took it. So in that case, I'm gonna go with K-Walk's guy. Sorry, K-Walk. I just loved his game, watching his film. I gotta go with Joe Montana on this one.
Okay. I wasn't thinking about him, so cool. All right.
You better pick him because we all need backup quarterbacks.
Oh no, I got an idea.
I'm not sure if Joe Montana's gonna be backup or starter yet, but we'll see. Okay, well, go ahead. Better pick your quarterback.
All right. I don't have to go quarterback here, do I? I guess I do, since you guys did it.
No,
you guys. But I want. There's a guy that I'm eyeing. So, how many receivers did we get? 2 receivers or 1 receiver?
Two receivers.
All right. Let me see who's left at QB. All right, I'm good with that. All right, I gotta take this guy, man. I'm going to go with the Philly guy, man. I'm going to go with Marvin Harrison here, man. I'm going to go with Marvin Harrison.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to go with Marvin Harrison.
Okay.
Yes, I love Marvin Harrison.
Yeah. Played against the guy. Well, I ain't played against him, but I played Washington.
All right. Next round. So I'll go next. First of all, we got a comment here, so I'll shout it out. I think this is my mama. Maybe it's because of Jalen Hurts' smarts, all-women management team negotiation skills. It's a possibility.
Yes.
So
I'm not. I can't argue with that. I'll be a fool.
He's got a great
I'll be
team.
a fool. I'll be a
excellent
I'll be
team.
blackballed. Yeah, I'll be a blackballed.
An excellent team. All right, guys. So I'm next. Let's see. I don't have not one safety. Ooh, let's see. Let's see. K-Walk, you want Ronnie Lott, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go with my guy Brian Dawkins.
Dawkins.
She's not biased, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
Well, you took Ronnie Lott. That was my first pick. So
I'm messing with you.
So I'm gonna go with Dawkins. Hey, don't knock Dawkins. That
was a bad man.
Right.
That was a bad man.
All right, Jay, you next.
All right, give me Randy Moss. I gotta get some receivers. Give me Randy.
Good pick up there, bro.
Okay, what?
All right, I gotta go QB here. So get me oh my god. Let me gotta stay consistent here because all these guys except Jim Kelly isn't why I playing my hand right now. Give me Peyton Manning. If I got Marvin Harrison, I gotta go Peyton Manning. So give me Peyton Manning.
That's a good pick right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's
a good pick.
All right. Let's see. Okay, well, I'll go first. Next round.
Oh, really? Oh, nice.
Right.
Back to back.
You get back to back.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. All right, give me let's go with let me see here. Oh, this is gonna be funky here, man. Give me Shannon Sharp. I'm gonna take Shannon Sharp. I'm gonna go a little different.
Okay.
Shannon Sharp.
It's a nice pickup. Mm-hmm. All those darn tight ends are so good.
I know, right?
Can't go wrong with any one.
Nope, right?
All right, so and that was I'm gonna go next, and that was my next pick was gonna be a tight end, and I'm gonna go with to me it's either out of Rob Gronk or Tony Gonzalez. Kellen Winslow Jr. was nice too. A couple other ones nice, but I'm gonna go with the old guy. I'm gonna go with well not that old Tony Gonzalez.
They're all old.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, we'll go with Tony Gonzalez. Jay, it's on you.
All right, I'm gonna get another receiver. I got Moss on one side. Give me T.O. on the other side.
Okay.
Jay, I like that one, man. I was hoping you went somewhere else with that, but
Jay, you got to.
I like the two that are left though, so I'm good. I'm good there.
Okay, wait. First round. Let's see. Who hasn't gone first in a while? I'll go first on this one. Let's see. What do I need? I need a lot. Oh my goodness, I need a lot.
I got him already.
You said you got him already?
You say you need a lot. I said I got
No.
I'm making fun. I'm making a funny
Waiting
thing.
for that one. Let's see. I was hoping to get Ed Reed as my other safety. Man, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Darren Woodson as my other safety.
Okay, got
I
your
like
little
that.
cowboy. There you
Got a
go.
cowboy there, right?
There you go.
So, Darren
Hey, I
Woodson,
don't
where you
know.
at?
Not
Where you
the
at?
Clippers on the Cowboys. Not the fans.
Is it me?
Yep, Jay, you up?
All right, give me Deacon Jones. I need a DN.
Oh, I like
Let me
that
get
one, Jay.
Deacon.
All right, Jay.
I got a defense over here, man.
Yeah.
I got me a defense.
Okay, well,
All right. All right. I'm gonna go here, man. I'm gonna go. Give me Andre Johnson. I want Andre Johnson.
All right.
I almost picked what's his rival on here, but I was like, nah. All right, you want Andre? Let's see. Jay's on you. You first.
All right. Let's go defense.
Last 5.
I'm gonna go defense again. I got Deacon on one side. Give me JJ Watt on the other side.
Okay, Jay.
All right. I think you out of DNs, right?
Yeah, I'm done with my DNs. I'm done with my. Well, I still need one safety, and I'll be done with my defense.
All right, I'm gonna go next. I'm gonna go with the Giant here. I'm gonna go with the Giant. I'm gonna go with Michael Strahan. So I got.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Can I do that?
Yeah, you got it.
It's your draft. It's your rules.
Wait a minute. I reversed that decision. I like Jason Taylor too.
Picks in. Roger Goodell just said, no, you have to stick with that pick.
You're right. You're right. Wait, do I have a DT? I do have a DT. I don't have a linebacker. I just confused myself a little bit, guys. Oh, you know what? We need to protect our quarterback. So, I'm going to go O-line. It's only one O-line. I'm going to go with old guy, Anthony Munoz.
Okay, that's a great pickup. It's a great pickup.
I was eyeing him for sure.
All right. Who's up?
Let's see. Who do I want to pick? Who? Oh, okay, well, still 11th round.
Yeah, give me like Jay. I'm gonna put the other guy on the other side here. I'm gonna go with another Syracuse and former Colt. I'm gonna do Dwight Freeney with the spin move. Give me Dwight Freeney.
Okay.
Yeah,
Freeney was tough, man.
Yeah.
All right. K-Walk, double back.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's go O-line here. Ooh. Wow. Do I want to go O-line here? Let's see where I'm at. I got 2 receivers. Let me just see here. I got 2 receivers. Only 1 tight end, right? 1 tight end, 1 O-lineman, D tackle. Oh, okay. All right, cool. Give me give me Bruce Matthews, man. That's a grown man. Grown man. Give me Bruce Matthews. I need someone to protect a non-mobile quarterback. So give me Bruce Matthews.
Jay?
I thought when K-Walk said O-line, I thought he was going to take my guy. I got to take Larry Allen, man. That guy.
Yeah, he was a beast.
He's just ridiculous.
Yeah, they're all beasts, though.
Yeah,
they're all
that's
beasts.
true.
Yeah,
that's true.
They're all beasts. So you can't go wrong with any of mine, in my opinion.
All right, I'm next. I need a running back, don't I? Oh, wait, no. Peyton Manning was chosen already, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. Emmitt Smith, LT Gelsayers, Walter Payton. You cannot go wrong with none of these options here. But I'm gonna go with, because they're all based off this draft, they're healthy. I'm going with LT. Going with LT on this one.
Okay.
Damian Thomason.
Yeah, you're right. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. Maybe with Emmett.
I'm just lying about that.
I'm hating, though.
No, Jay, you're not lying about that. No, you're not lying about that one, bro.
All right, so guys, I think we have, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Got 3 more rounds. Make it count. Let's see who go first. I haven't had a back in a while. What do I need? Let's see. I think my safeties are done, right? Yes, my safeties are done. Let's see. Oh, by the way, I didn't say this at the beginning. Head coaches are dead last, by the way. Pick the coaches dead last.
I was going to do that anyway.
Oh, yeah. The rules is on the paper.
They can't coach up this talent. They shouldn't be coaching.
I know, right? Jay, facts, bro.
Let's see. Linebacker. Mike Singleton is kind of old school. Derek Brooks, monster when he was with, I think, Tampa Bay. Brian Urlacher, Chicago. I'm going with Junior Seau for linebacker.
Not a bad pickup. Junior
Seau. All right, Jay, it's on you.
All right, I'm gonna get my next QB here. The very underrated Warren Moon.
Okay.
Give me Warren Moon.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, Walk's on you.
All right, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm going backup quarterback. I'm going John Elway. I'm going to go with the gunslinger here. John Elway.
All right. So I believe you guys are both done with quarterbacks, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Cross that off your list. Jay, take it first.
I need a tight end. I got a lot of speed on this team, so I need a tight end that can run. I'm gonna take Antonio Gates. Big but soft hands, good feet.
Whew.
Give me Antonio Gates.
Loved him,
nice. He was nice. All right. I'll go next. I'm gonna go for my next quarterback. You guys wanted to see what y'all was gonna leave. Jim Kelly was nice. Aaron Rodgers is also nice as long as his ego's not in the daggone way. But you know what? I'm gonna go with the younger guy here. I'm gonna go with the younger guy. I'm gonna go with the Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna get him into shape. So into shape.
Super talented, great on that team.
So I think Aaron Rodgers with a Terrell Owens and Calvin Johnson, if he needs to step in, you got that. All right, let's see. Hey, Walk's on you.
All right, so we're head coaches at this point. Am I correct? Or
you should have one more pick.
Oh no. No. I see what I have left. Okay.
Yes, round 14.
Yeah, I got it. I got you. All right. Wow. Give me Troy Polamalu. I love the way, Troy Polamalu.
Man, K-Walk, I had already penciled him in on my roster because I knew nobody was going to take him. I shouldn't have did that. I jinxed myself. Dang.
All right, guys. Last player round. Let me just make sure because I think I already have 2 corners, don't I? Like I done lost track. I lost track.
No, you have.
Yeah, you got.
You have 2. Jay has 2.
6
I have
off
2.
the board.
Yeah. All right, so
you might be missing a D10. No, you took Warren.
You're the linebacker, Brett. Who are your linebackers?
I'm missing. I'm missing a DN. I got it. I'm missing a DN.
Okay.
All right, so you guys know who your last one is?
Yeah.
I'm a DN. Jay, you need a safety. K-Walk, you need what?
I thought I was good.
K-Walk needs a D tackle, I think.
Is that what it is?
Because Britt took Sapp and I took
Aaron Donald. Okay.
Right.
All right.
All
okay.
right. So on that, since we all need something different, Jay, you got this one first.
Man, I really wanted Polamalu to go with Ed Reed. That would have been a nasty combination.
It really was.
But
glad it didn't work out because you took Ed Reed to go with Brian Dawkins.
I got Ronnie Lott and Troy Polamalu.
I'm gonna take Donnie Shell. Donnie Shell's a heck of a player. I'm gonna take Donnie Shell.
Donnie Shell, okay.
Donnie Shell. All right. K-Walk, what you got for your DT?
John Randall. That's a no-brainer right there. I'm surprised he fell that far. So, John Randall.
Yeah, no, I had to get Warren Sapp though on that one.
No. You're not wrong with that. I would have took him first too. Oh well, maybe second. After
Yeah.
Aaron Donald.
And then I need a DN, right? Know what? Forget this. I'm gonna go with Jason Taylor. We're gonna go Dolphins here.
Okay.
Britt, your linebacker was Junior Seau, is that correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't mark that down. And who did you just take, Britt? I'm sorry.
Jason Taylor.
Oh, Jason Taylor. Okay.
Okay. All right, guys. So I believe that is all for everybody. Because we got to head into our break here. So what I want everybody to do before we select our head coach, run down real quick who you selected, and then make your selection at head coach. K-Walk, I'm gonna come to you first on this one.
I can't believe you don't have one of the greatest, if not the greatest, coach of all time. That's Bill Walsh on this list. But with that being said, I'm going Andy Reid. I need an offensive-minded coach. I need an offensive-minded coach, and because I'm an offensive-minded guy, so I'm going Andy Reid.
Okay.
Wait, you gotta read what team is he coaching? You gotta let us know who he's coaching.
What do you mean?
Run down your list. Who'd you pick?
Oh.
You drafted.
Okay. Oh no. I'm like, wait, what? All right, so he's got Peyton Manning at quarterback. He's got John Elway as backup, I guess. I don't know. We have to go into camp and see who battles that out. But
right.
There's so much quarterback. Barry Sanders is my running back. I got Andre Johnson and Marvin Harrison at receivers. Shannon Sharp is my quarterback. I got Bruce Matthews at the offensive line. On the defensive side, I got on the D ends, I got Dwight Freeney coming off the one side. I got Bruce Smith coming off the other. D tackle is John Randall. That's scary, guys. Ray Lewis. I rub my chest every time I hear that name. Corners are Charles Wilson and Champ Bailey. And my safeties are Ronnie Lott and Troy Polamalu.
That's a nice squad, man.
That's a nice squad. That's a good team. That's a really good team. All right. I think I want to go next. Let me just mark off here the positions because I don't want to mess it up. What if I gotta sit and think about it? All right. So I'm gonna run down my team real fast and then I'm gonna select the head coach. So defensive end, I have Reggie White. Wide receiver, my one defensive end. Wide receiver, Jerry Rice. Defensive tackle, Warren Sapp. Wide receiver, Calvin Johnson. Safety, Rod Woodson. Cornerback, Charles Tillman. Quarterback, Joe Montana. Safety, Brian Dawkins. Tight end, Tony Gonzalez. That is one heck of a daggone offense. Safety, Darren Woodson. O-line, Anthony Munoz, if I said that right. Running back, LaDainian Tomlinson. Linebacker, Junior Seau. Backup quarterback, I might switch it, depends. We'll see what happens. Backup quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. And my other defensive end is Jason Taylor.
I like your offense, Brett. I can't argue with you, Brett.
That's nice.
That offense is sick. It's really
offense is nice. And I'm trying to figure out who is the best guy for the offense. Took Andy Reid. I wasn't going to pick him anyway because that's the assumption people would think I would have chose. I'm going to go the other way because I loved how he coached up that offense over there in Dallas back in the day. And I love his attitude. He's hardcore. I'm going to go Jimmy Johnson to be my head coach.
Really? You like picking them Cowboys.
Undercover. Jay, who was your tight end? I'm sorry. I don't mean to
don't disrespect
Gates.
Oh, yeah, you did. You said okay. All right.
Jay, don't disrespect me in that way. Got respect for some people, but not all.
You did it to yourself.
Jay,
all right. I got Tom Brady and Warren Moon battling it out for the quarterback position. Mm-hmm. The great Bo Jackson at running back. Randy Moss and Terrell Owens as my receivers. Antonio Gates is my tight end. The strongest man to ever play, Larry Allen, as my offensive lineman. The greatest interior defensive lineman to ever play, Aaron Donald.
Selling it.
I got Deacon Jones and J.J. Watt as my DNs. The greatest defender ever, Lawrence Taylor, as my linebacker. Greatest corner ever,
I give you that one.
Deion Primetime Sanders. and Revis Island is the other one. The greatest safety ever, Ed Reed, along with Donnie Shell. And to coach those guys up, well, I'm going to go with the guy that's won a whole bunch of Super Bowls. Give me Bill Belichick to coach him up.
All right. Well, I mean, that is perfect because you do have Tom Brady, so things may work out in your favor.
That's right.
All right, guys. We got to head into break. And when we come back.
Britt, before we go to break, Britt, would you be willing to make a trade for Reggie White? I really need Reggie on my team. Would you be willing to make a trade for Deacon Jones for Reggie White?
Heck no.
Heck no. Heck no, Jay.
I just wanted to hear you out.
I'm sorry, Britt. I ain't been answer for you, but hey, heck no.
I was trying to get Reggie,
to hear you out.
Reggie would really round out my defense, man, if I could get Reggie.
You tried. Like, come on. I got Reggie White and I got Warren Sapp on that line. Like,
that's
I tried, man. I got Aaron Donald and LT, but I need a home run defensive end.
Britt, you hurt me by putting Derek Thomas in the linebacker spot. You hurt me with that.
Yeah, I had a choice.
It would have been nice to have him as an end.
I had a choice, and I was like, he was a great pass rusher, but we're gonna make it difficult, and so I left him at linebacker because he was a linebacker. So my bad.
Nah, you good.
But,
you good.
All right, guys, we got to head into break. Again, we will post these on social media,
good stuff,
Twitter, Instagram, Facebook for sure, and we'll do a poll. We'll also post them on. We'll clip this out for YouTube, and we'll also post it in the description on YouTube as well. Please make sure you watch out for that. And let us know who you think has the best team. Again, this is very difficult because these are all Hall of Fame guys that we selected or future Hall of Famers. All right, guys, we're going to head into break now. And again, Jay will come take over. But please share, like, and subscribe our YouTube channel at the SideLine Speaks. And again, follow us on Twitter at SideLine Speaks. You guys are listening to She Knows Sports. I'm sorry. Y'all ain't hear that part. Guys, I have like 18 shows, so sometimes it gets confused. But you guys are listening to the SideLine Speaks with myself, Britne Jones, alongside Jason Collins and Kevin Walker, right here on Never Had It So Good Sports Media Network.
CampLyman.com is an opportunity for my big boys to come get some work. Let's put it all together. We built from the ground up. You know, our cliche is it all starts up front. Once again, start, stance, hand placement, hand separation, get-offs, counter moves, a little bit of everything. Polish up those skills before your middle school or high school season began. Just come work on your craft. Once again, CampLyman.com.
You're inside Never Had It So Good Sports Radio with Princess Cooper, Tim Moore, David the Duck Riley, Jason Collins, Shoshana Cook, Britne Jones, Travis McGee, Eric Scott, and Kevin Walker. We make it easy to talk sports.
All right, welcome back. SideLine Speaks, Britne Jones, Kevin Walker, and Jason Collins right here on Never Had It So Good Sports Radio. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. Also check out our YouTube channel, The SideLine Speaks. All right, guys, let's get back into this NBA playoff talk. And guys, for as bad as the NBA regular season can look at times, the playoffs so far have been absolutely phenomenal. Like, the games have been good. They're actually playing some defense. K-Walk's Heat got a win in game one, which we're going to get into in a second. But I want to start with what I think has been the best series so far, the Kings and the Warriors. I mean, these games have just been outstanding. K-Walk, you know, man, last week I said I thought the Warriors' experience, championship pedigree, Steph, Draymond, Clay, I thought all that would be the difference in the series. But these young Kings, man, fearless, are just playing great basketball. Malik Monk, I mean, this kid has been fantastic in the first two games. Kings up 2-0. K-Walk, you said the Kings would win this thing. What's been the key to this thing, and then how do you see it playing out going forward?
Yeah, Jay. I mean, I didn't think they would go up 2-0. I think they would steal one, to be honest with you, even though they're at home and the Warriors haven't been, great on the road throughout the season. But they, like I said, if they got that first game, man, I really thought their confidence would go through the roof.
Yeah.
And I have to tell you something, guys. That crowd is unbelievable. I'll get into that a lot later. But yeah, Jay, I mean, DeAndre Fox, Sabonis. I think Sabonis is, like I mentioned in the text, I think he's going to be the difference maker in this series. I know Steph. We see Steph and we see Draymond, and Draymond. What you get in Draymond? It's not hard to get in Draymond's head, man. We saw that last night. We saw that last night, and it's you can get into that with him. That's the difference right there, because he's key to this series as well. Everyone at this point is key. But yeah, I love this. I really do love this Kings team. And I might have been a little facetious when I picked the Kings at first, but now I'm starting to buy into these guys because they're starting to believe, man. And if they can get one on the road the next game, it's gonna. I just think they're gonna put as Coach Riley always says, put the nail in the coffin with these guys, man, and turn out the lights with these guys, because I think they have that confidence and they have that young. That young nucleus as for sure. And I just think that experience, we talked about the experience of the Warriors, with all those guys. But I just think sometimes when you get a confident team, a young, confident team like this like this Kings team it's hard to beat them, man, especially with a crowd like that behind them. So yeah, I love it, man. And I think they will win it. I said 6. I was kind of on the fence between 6 and 7, but I think I'm going to still say it's 6. They'll win it in 6.
Yeah, man. I guess I was surprised they won game 1. And I was like, they won game 1, but Golden State will win game 2. But when Golden State came out and played really well last night in the first quarter, and the Kings couldn't make a shot in the first quarter, right, and Golden State couldn't get away from them, it was still like a 3-4 point game. I was like, all right, Sacramento might be onto something. And then Sacramento just kind of put it on them after that.
Yeah.
Britt, are you surprised that the Kings are up 2-0? And do you think they're going to win this series?
I don't know if I'm surprised, because as you know, I was on the fence last week, and K-Walk kind of, he was like, you really want to go with the Kings? And I was like, I really do. I really do. But I want the Warriors. Look, it's still early, guys. It's game 2. We've seen the Warriors don't really play all that great on the road. So it's going to be interesting. I can still see this series going 7 games. I honestly can. Now if the Warriors go down 3-0, then for sure they're done. But I think what happened last night was, because if we can remember, prior to that incident between Sabonis and Draymond Green, the game was very, very close. Then all of a sudden, Draymond Green gets ejected, and I think it was 7 minutes.
Yeah, about 6-7 minutes left.
Yeah, something like that. The Kings went and scored 20-something points during that time. So that shows you how important Draymond Green is to this team. And to me, that was their problem. I think the Warriors could have actually pulled it out. It would have been a close one if Draymond Green was still in that game. Because he's the tenacious defensive guy. Although he's older, he may not move the same. He's that emotional defender guy that gets his other teammates riled up and hyped up. He gives them that energy. So when you take that away, they kind of fell flat a little bit. So I think, to me, that was their biggest issue. So they're going back home, and we know how the Warriors play at home. I can very well see the Warriors winning these next two games. It's not going to be easy because, as K-Walk said, these Kings are young, they're energetic, they're confident, they're excited. And after the game, just the way they win, and De'Aaron Fox is, he's all hyped up and excited. So it's gonna take some great adjustments from the Warriors to really pull it off. But I do believe they will win the 2 games at home. I think they have no other choice but to win the 2 games at home and then go back to Sacramento with a tied series. If this happens to go 3-1, it's over for the Warriors. They are done. I know what history says. It is different, but if you look at the games, the Warriors you can see they're able to set up their offense the way they want to. The Kings defense is not that great, and it's been like that throughout the entire season. It's just that both teams can score the daggone basketball. And another thing is Warriors have a problem with turnovers and fouls. That's been their Achilles heel the first 2 games. So they have to clean that up big time.
Yeah, they've been turning the ball over. They're just careless with the basketball. They've been like that for years. It just gets under my skin because they just seem so careless with the basketball. But to your point, Britt, as bad as they are at home, they're just as good. As bad as they are on the road, they're just as good at home. I think they got the 3rd best record at home in the entire NBA. So my concern, though, is they're having a hard time staying in front of these young, quick guards that Sacramento has. I don't know that being at home is going to help with that. But K-Wall, Britt brought up Draymond and Draymond going out and the game changing. Like, how do you feel about Draymond stepping on Sabonis, right? It seems like a stupid thing to me. You know how important you are to your team. You make a boneheaded play. You get thrown out of the game. People are going to say the Warriors would have another championship had he not got thrown out in Cleveland years ago. And now, if they don't win this series in a pivotal game, him getting thrown out, they're down 0-2. What's up? Why can't Draymond just control himself? Like, what were your thoughts on him getting thrown out?
Yeah, Jay, I just think it's just an emotional move in a moment type deal. I get all of that because Jay, I've been there. So in a game situation, and I don't know if he tried to justify what he did after the game and say like, oh, he grabbed my leg in the first game. We all heard the press conference. If you didn't, he said, to paraphrase, he grabbed my leg in the first game. You didn't call it. So, he grabbed my leg again. That's why I stepped on him. But we saw that, hindsight is 2020. But Jay, it's a frustrating thing because I believe that the Warriors believe that they can't beat the Kings. I don't think the Warriors believe that they can beat the Kings because of everything we just mentioned. All 3 of us just mentioned is that they're young and they're fiery, and that crowd. I mean, guys, if you didn't watch the game, I know it was late. So if you didn't watch the game, go back on just put in Kings versus Warriors for last night and just listen to the crowd.
Yeah,
that crowd was unbelievable. It was like a concert type environment. It really was, and they got all of their energy from there. So then, and that's a reason to answer your question, Jay. I think that's the reason why Draymond got upset because he realized that they couldn't match that energy. They just couldn't match that energy.
Yeah, I'd like to see him control himself better. Like, I know it's emotional. He's not the first guy that's ever had his leg grabbed in a basketball game. Like, people do that kind of stuff. But to put yourself in a position to get thrown out, I just thought it was dumb. Like, how important you are to that team. You got to be able to control your emotions better than that. But Britt, what'd you think about the ejection?
I'm not gonna lie, he was funny though. He was like, my leg can't stretch but so far.
Yeah,
I'm not that flexible.
Yeah, I don't love it, man.
He does come up with some stuff. I mean, look, I don't like to see any important player from any team get ejected. I think how it was called on the court, unfortunately, was the right call. It was. Sabonis did.
For sure.
Look, honestly, I think even Shaq said this: if you grab my leg and I happen to step on you too, then it is what it is. You shouldn't have grabbed my leg, right? But then he caused you to get ejected.
Yeah,
I think it was the right call, unfortunately. But I'm just glad that he didn't get suspended for the next game because I know it was a big thing on that. Will he get suspended?
Yeah.
No, the refs made the call on the court. Leave it at that. They made the right call. Leave it at that game. You go on to the next game, which will be in the Warriors. But it was a mess. It really was a mess. And then he jumped up. He hopped like he tried to make it act like it was an accident. But we got it. Draymond.
It looked bad.
The problem with you, Draymond, is even if you pretend or maybe it really was an accident, we all know it wasn't. We know your history. We know your history.
Your reputation precedes you.
Exactly. We know your reputation, and you can't get out of this one, unfortunately. I mean, it was bad on Sabonis' part. That's not.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely got grabbed a leg, for sure.
Yeah, he got a flagrant one for that too.
Right.
So
it's definitely bad on his part because he tried to act all hurt. Now the Kings are trying to sell that. You shouldn't have grabbed his leg, and Draymond shouldn't have stepped on you. So that's just the way it goes.
All right, I think they have a day off 2 days off in this series. I don't think they play again until Thursday
needed.
night.
Yeah, much needed too.
But man, this series is
Emotional
phenomenal. Phenomenal. All right, K-Walk, let's talk about your Heat. You got the jersey
Yeah.
on. I think they shocked everybody by winning game 1. Break it down. Would you see how they do it? Because I got to be honest, I didn't think they were going to win that game.
Jay, it's bittersweet for the most part because of the fact of the matter they did win the game. They on the road against the number 1 seed. Tyler Hero obviously broken hand, so he's unless they go to deep into the NBA playoffs, finals. I don't, he won't be back. He won't be back exactly. But on another side, which I don't like to see, is that Giannis is questionable from what I hear. I just got messages he may not be available, but he'll be back before the series is over. I'm pretty sure of that. But yeah, Jay, I'm just happy, man. I just think that with everything that they did, I think what's benefiting the Heat right now is they were able to play that game against the Hawks and then the game against the Bulls as well, because they were fresh, and the Bucks were off for I think a week or I'm not sure exactly how much time they were off, but I think that benefited the Heat for sure. I thought going into the game that the way it looked in that Bulls game is that Kyle Lowry wasn't going to play with that knee injury, but he was able to come back and perform well. So now they're back, Jay. They stole the game. They got home court advantage. And let's see how it continues to go. I'm curious to see who's going to step up in Tyler Hero's absence for sure. So that's going to be will it be Duncan Robinson? You mentioned Victor Oladipo in our thread. So we'll see if we'll see him as well. Kevin Love has a little bit of more. It seems like he has a newfound life as well. So very excited, very proud Heat fan right now. But we're going to see how this goes because, like Britt mentioned earlier, it's just one game. So we'll see how it continues to go. But let's see how it goes.
Yeah, they're going to have to find somebody to score the ball to make up for Hero's absence.
For sure.
But Britt, Giannis is out. You know how backs can be. Mine's been hurting me for 4 weeks now. I mean, I'm a lot older than Giannis, so I'm sure he's going to heal a lot faster than I'm healing. But backs are tricky. Do you give the Heat a puncher's chance in this series, Britt, or do you think the Bucks are going to come back and take this thing over?
I think in any series, anybody has a puncher's chance. Let's be honest. If you make it to the playoffs, you have a chance. But I always said something about the Heat. Regular season, they just play. But when it comes to playoff time, look, they always ramp it up, and that's what they showed you in that first game. I have to give them credit where credit is due. It is unfortunate Giannis did go down. It is unfortunate Tyler Hero will not be there. It's questionable. I think Giannis, they said, may or may not play in game 2. It hasn't been determined just yet. But like I said earlier, game 2 is all about adjustments. Game 1, let's be honest, the Heat had the momentum after what K-Walk said. They just played the Hawks. They just played the Bulls. They kept playing. The Bucks been sitting for about 10 days or so, 7 days, something like that. So they're not as warmed up just yet. And you can see that. And you can see that in that first game.
Yeah,
they were
for
missing
sure.
shots and doing things they weren't normally doing. But I always said, if the Heat, I felt like, and K-Walk, I think, mentioned this prior to the series, it seemed like the Heat lost that one game against the Hawks on purpose. Like they wanted to play the Bucks.
Yeah, it was
and I felt that way because the Heat could beat the Bucks. Like they could beat the Bucks. And I'm like, I think it was a better matchup for the Heat than the Bucks than the Heat than the Celtics. I really do. And we'll see. We'll see what Giannis's health. Like I said, I've been through it. And B had back issues. Ben Simmons still has back issues for some reason. Jay, you said your back's been hurting for 4 weeks, but I thought you was going to say 40 years.
Not quite that long.
I'm just kidding, Jay. But no, it's game 2 is pivotal. I think game 2 is pivotal. If the Heat wins game 2, I really think they can win the series. If the Bucks win game 2, I'm gonna go with my original pick, the Bucks, in about 6. I don't think this is going to be a 5-game series. I think this is going to be a 6 or 7-game series. I really do.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If Giannis doesn't play tomorrow night, the Heat better find a way to win that game.
They got it.
Like, if he doesn't play, they need to go win that game. Because if you get up 2-0, hey, now I think you got a real chance. Real quick, K-Walk, I was listening to the Dan Le Batard show riding home the other day, and they were like a little upset with Hero because they said he shouldn't die for that ball. Like, know your importance to the team. Don't put yourself in harm's way and die for a ball that you're probably not going to get anyway. How do you feel about that, K-Walk? Should almost like, you know how when a quarterback throws an interception and you're like, hey, don't go make that tackle and hurt yourself and be out for the rest of the year. That's kind of what they were saying about Hero. What do you think about that?
Jay, that's hindsight, man. I mean, that's hindsight. I mean, how many times you see guys dive on the floor for a loose ball? I mean, and how many times do you see on top of that? How many times you see guys break their middle finger and I think it was a ring finger, whatever it was? How many times do you see that? That's just nonsense.
I see it every game.
Yeah. You see it every day?
I say I'm a Sixers fan, y'all. I see Joel Embiid do it every game.
Oh yeah, No. My point exactly. Like, you see people do it all the time, or players do it all the time, and you know, come out of it with 2 broken fingers or a broken hand or whatever the diagnosis was. No, I mean that's just ridiculous. That's just hindsight. It's just got someone saying, like, you know, listen, hear me roar. Hear me roar. That's just the roar.
It was a little bit of a freak accident because, like you said,
it really is. It really
people dive on that court every day to go get that ball, and it was just unfortunate that somehow his hand broke somehow. But what they said is, to me,
even Ja. Look what happened with Ja. You know,
right?
Yeah, it's unfortunate because I really wish he was out there, because it's going to take away from the series with him not being out there.
If you're a ball player, you're going to play ball. That's
exactly, and you want to win.
Whatever you got to do. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly, Britt.
All right, let's talk quickly about my Suns. They're down 0-1 to the Clippers. This looks like a bad matchup. After watching the first game, I don't love the matchup. They don't have an answer, Britt, for Kawhi at all. He lit them up. The thing I don't like about the Suns, even though they have all that talent, their offense still just comes down to, give me the ball, I'm going to do a one-on-one move. If I make it, great. If I miss it, oh well. Whether it's KD, whether it's Booker, I feel like they need to do more actions and create some easier shots and easier looks. But Britt, what say you about the Clippers winning game 1, and are my Suns in trouble?
I'm going to keep consistent. It's only game 1. It's only game 1. But then wasn't I kind of choosing Kawhi not that long ago when we had a Kawhi versus LeBron or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because this is the Kawhi.
Healthy Kawhi is nice.
Yeah,
he is.
Because this is the Kawhi that I was talking about, to play defense and can shoot. And could, you know, dribble into he knows how to get to his spots offensively, and he has that same weird jump shot, but he makes the shot every single time. Every that same set shot. I'm a little nervous for the Phoenix Suns. I am. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's the physicality. I think we said this before in our text thread. The Celtics kind of opened the door on how to defend KD a little bit. That physicality kind of gets under his skin a little bit when it comes time, comes into playoff time. Playoff is half court offense. It's a half court game, period. And I think that kind of is kind of hurting KD in a little. He still dropped 27 points. If he gets open, he's going to drop that shot. But Kawhi's defense has been great. But I have to shout out one player, guys. That's Russell freaking Westbrook. He didn't score a whole lot, but he was doing everything
great
else.
Game. Yep.
Rebound,
blocking shots,
assists.
Yep. Right.
He was playing great defense. He was doing everything else. I feel like he has a real chip on his shoulder. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if I end up seeing this
great call there, bro.
Past the Suns. Should they beat the Suns? Absolutely not. The Suns have to step up. But it's going to be difficult because, we said who's going to defend Booker, who's going to defend Ayton. But now I'm looking at it as who's going to defend Kawhi, who's going to defend Eric Gordon, he's not the most talented offensive guy, but he could shoot threes and he plays defense. I forgot they had Eric Gordon on this basketball team. I'm still thinking he's back in Houston. I forgot they went and got Eric Gordon. And Eric Gordon,
I thought he was still with the Magic.
Right. Right. So Nicholas Batum, he plays deep. Like, the Clippers is just a defensive team, and they're showing it even without PG. So this one's I could see this one going 6-7 game series. I really can.
Yeah, and K-Walk, the thing that bothered me about game one, the Suns came out like they weren't ready to play, like almost that lackadaisical, like they just didn't come out with any real energy. I feel like it's a bad matchup. I'm not saying they can't win the series, but I think it's going to be a lot harder than I thought it would be. What do you think, man? Are they in trouble, or are they going to bounce back tonight?
Now, I think they're good, Jay. I think they'll bounce back. I think I don't want to say it. Yeah, right. You facts. Yeah, I think maybe, and I could be wrong. I'm not in the locker room or on the plane or anything like that. But I think that the absence of Paul George may have made them think that they were okay. Yeah. They were good enough to win the games. But like Britt mentioned alluded to, I should say, is that it's this a different team, same scheme, new dream. I use that.
That's the second week in a row. K-Walk dropped the rhyme on us.
Right? Is that you have to body up KD, man. You have to body up KD. That you have to scheme your defense to body up KD, because we mentioned. A lot of people mentioned that if KD when he's healthy, he's arguably the best player in the game. And Britt, don't get mad at me. Joel Embiid's the MVP. So don't jump down my throat. And Philly fans, I'm rooting for Joel Embiid. But nonetheless, KD is that guy. And if you cut the head off the snake, you generally cut the, you kill the body. So I think that's what they did. And Kawhi, the suppressor, I call him the suppressor, man. And ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I call him a suppressor, he's that silent assassin for sure, man. You don't know he's there, but he's just as deadly as, that bullet that comes out of that suppressor. So he's the real deal, man. He's the real deal. So if you focus on, I think what you have to do with Kawhi is the Suns have to do with Kawhi is the same thing that the Clippers did with KD, is you have to body him up. You have to focus on him and say, listen, until Paul George gets back, someone else has to beat us. So that's how I feel about that.
I would say get the ball out of Kawhi's hand. Like
as much as you possibly can. Yeah,
trap
can't stop him. Just try to contain him
out of his hands and make somebody else beat you to see if they could do it. And where the Suns lost this game, offensive rebounds.
You got to attack the boards. Got to attack the boards.
The Clippers killed them in offensive rebounds, second chance opportunities. So that's where they lost the game.
Yeah, and Westbrook deserves a lot of credit for that too. Westbrook got some key rebounds in the fourth quarter. He really did. Absolutely. That game kicks off tonight, I think 10 o'clock. So I'll stay up for that one. I'll be sleeping.
I'm staying up for that one.
Work tomorrow, but I'm gonna
do my best.
That one.
All right. No, that's on the East Coast. It's hard.
Yeah, it is. Let's play a quick game of agree or disagree. I'm just going to make a statement. You tell me if you agree or disagree with it. This first question, what'd you say? Oh, disagree. This first question sounded a whole lot better a couple days ago. I saw somebody saying this on TikTok. I said, let me ask K-Walk and Britt about this one. They said if Steph wins another title this year, he has to be involved in the GOAT conversation. Agree or disagree? Steph wins another one. He is now in the GOAT conversation. Not that he is the GOAT, but his name has to be mentioned in the conversation. K-Walk, agree or disagree?
Wow. Just before his career ends, not just this season, correct?
Well, they're saying if he wins now, like let's say he wins one this year, he's got number 5. When you start talking about GOATs, you got to bring up his name.
Oh, if he wins now this season, I'm going to say yes, because this season, I don't think they're built to on paper, they're built to win this season. So if he wins now, but if he teams up, if they go to another big 3 or whatever, Wow, Jay, great question. I'm going to say yes, man. You know, the reason why I say that because of his ability to shoot the ball. I showed you guys that one clip,
Yeah.
and he's just shooting balls from not 2 feet, not 3 feet, not 5 feet. I mean, from half court, like it was ease. And he just the way he comes off of picks and the way he's able to do things. Yeah, I'll put him in the GOAT conversation. Not going to say he's the GOAT. I'm going to
But
say
he's in the
he's
conversation.
he's in the conversation for sure, though.
Britt?
Absolutely.
Greatest shooter by far in the history of the game.
Without
right?
a doubt. Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. I
Mhm.
don't know if I could put him in that GOAT conversation though, guys. I don't know because I'm sitting here looking at I was gonna say Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan,
Same
by
difference.
far to at least to us three, the greatest of all time, right? So
Yeah.
he's the GOAT, right?
Yeah.
At least to us three. But then I'm looking at players like LeBron, who's considered to be in that conversation, right?
LeBron's in the conversation.
I put him in a conversation.
Kobe's in the conversation.
Kobe's
for
in that
people.
conversation.
Kobe's second best of all time.
Kareem's in that conversation.
Kareem's
for
in that
people.
conversation.
So
right?
does Steph fit with that group?
Magic's in that
Yes.
conversation, right?
Yeah, I got to.
But see, the difference with those guys, they play defense. I'm a two-way player, right? I'm a two-way player. He's the greatest shooter of all time. But what else can he do? That I guess that's always going to be my other question.
Score.
If he did not, and that's fine, I understand that. But if he did not have a Draymond, if he did not have a Clay, if he did not have a KD,
Britt,
I know. Listen, but those guys, but listen to those guys. For instance, Magic won the championship as a rookie against my favorite team, basically by himself playing all 5 positions. Right,
but he had a pretty good team around him, though, too.
And I get it. But I think what keeps flowing in my mind is you have KD, right? You have Klay Thompson. Did they have a KD back in those days? I don't know. Maybe
Magic played with Kareem, James Worthy,
Byron
Scott.
I'm talking about when Magic didn't have KD for that. Kareem for that championship. So I just feel like I don't know. He's a back and
Let me ask you, Brett, before you continue, let me ask you, what's the criteria of being the GOAT or being in the conversation of the GOAT? What do you have to do to be in that conversation?
I guess
win championships, play with less talent. I don't understand. Let me ask that question if I can.
By the criteria would be the championships. Right. I don't want to necessarily play with less talent. I'm just looking at the overall skill set of a player, right? That's what I look at. I try to look at the overall skill set of a player. And when I look at the Michael Jordan, when I look at the Kobe Bryants, when I look at the LeBron Jameses, Steph is just offering me he could shoot. He's the greatest shooter of all time. When you look at those guys, they're doing so many other things on the court. And I think that's what's throwing me off. So I'm not there yet.
Okay.
It's fluent. As Stephen A. Smith says on his it's fluent. I could change my mind later. I'm not there yet of putting him in the greatest of all time conversation. Not yet.
I think all of our GOATs have a little bit of an air of like unstoppableness to them, right? Like
exactly.
Jordan, Kobe, Kareem. If you want to throw LeBron in there with that as well. But I mean, I think the way Steph shoots the ball, like when he gets hot, there's certainly an unstoppable feeling that he brings as well. And I think he affects the game in so many ways just because of the way that he spaces the court. Like you have to guard that guy as soon as he comes over half court.
Get off the bus. Once he gets off the bus.
Yeah, like his game, like watching him because he's a little smaller, like he doesn't play in the post, like he doesn't feel like a GOAT like when I watch him play, but maybe he's just doing it in a different way, than some of the other traditional GOATs that we would call. It's hard. I'm not sure which way I would go.
That one is tough.
It's tough. So. It's tough. I think I might lean towards yes if I had to say. If he wins one this year, I feel like that's 5. Like he's got to get.
I think right now I'm going to say no. Right now, not yet.
That's a tough one. That really is a tough one. All right, let's go to the next one. Jalen Hurts Jalen Hurts right now, currently, is a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Agree or disagree? Britt, I'll start with you here. Top
Oh,
5, Jalen Hurts.
I gotta think right now. Let's see.
You got Mahomes, right?
Got Patty Mahomes.
You got Joey Burrow that most people probably have ahead of Hurts.
Right.
You got the kid in Buffalo, which most
Josh
people
Allen.
probably have it, but
Buffalo. That's the tricky one there.
That might be up for debate. I don't know.
Okay, we got Lamar Jackson, right?
You got Lamar, which I know not for K-Walk, but some people might want to debate that one.
Who else? I'm missing one.
Who's
Justin
the kid
Herbert.
in San Diego? K-Walk.
Justin Herbert.
Herbert.
Yeah, I mean,
Justin Herbert. Any other
Sean Watson is better than Jalen.
Sean Watson, Aaron Rodgers. There's a lot of quarterbacks out there, but does Hurts get in the top 5?
Okay. Patrick Mahomes for sure.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers, I'll put up there.
Okay.
Deshaun Watson, if he plays like he did this past season, granted he was out for a while. If he plays like that again, he's falling out.
Yeah,
but right now
I wouldn't put Watson there yet.
Lamar Jackson. I'm gonna skip to Watson right now. Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
I said Joe Burrow, right? Did I see him already? Joe Burrow.
You got Mahomes, Lamar. You got Aaron Rodgers. You gonna go Burrow?
I'll go Burrow right now.
Okay. So that's 4. So is he your next guy?
So we have who? Justin Herbert, Josh Allen, Deshaun Watson.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see a little more from Josh Allen. He needs to show me that he can get it done when it matters most. I just feel like he gets himself in too much trouble. He hasn't shown me yet. I need to see that Justin Herbert is not just a regular season quarterback. That's my problem with him. Right now, he's just showing he's a regular season quarterback. Deshaun Watson, he just got to get his skill set back. Texans, Deshaun Watson, I would probably say yes. I just don't know where he's at mentally right now. He might get it back. He might not get it back. And after those guys, I cannot think of another quarterback. No disrespect to Dak, but he's not up there. He's not that far up the board. I feel like I'm missing one. And if I'm missing one, please let me know. So yeah, I guess right now he would be number 5 for me. Yeah.
Okay.
So I would say I have to agree with that statement if I'm getting on my quarterbacks right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
number 5. Got to do a little bit more for me to go past number. But see, that Joe Burrow one is throwing me off too, because Joe Burrow has the skill set to be better, but can he get it? Can he get his team to the Super Bowl? Oh no, he did it.
He did. Yeah,
he did do that. So yeah, right. Number 5. I'll keep him at number 5 for now. That might move later. For now.
All right, Walk. You got him in your top 5 yet, or is he still on the outside looking in?
I'm looking. I'm giving that face. I know, guys. I was looking like I was constipated, but I was thinking. I was really thinking. Like, I think I may agree with you, Britt. I think I may. I know we argued earlier, but I think I may agree with you.
You was kicking my butt. She's just a fan. You ain't no fandom. Like, wait a minute.
Jay. I would say he's right there, Jay. I'm just thinking. I know you got Patrick Mahomes there, and after that, after Patrick Mahomes, I'm not having any particular order. I'm just naming quarterbacks. Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson. Lamar. Actually, Lamar is 3. Wow.
I got probably like 3 too.
Yeah, I'll put him at 5. I don't see anyone else. Yeah, I'll put him at 5. I'm not put. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sticking by my story. I'm not putting him before Lamar, but I'll put him in the top 5.
Okay, so Britt and K Walk have Jalen Hurts as a top 5 quarterback all time. Okay. I mean, not
And
all
again,
time. Right now.
I was
Yeah.
like, all time.
No,
Wait
no,
a
no,
minute.
not
Wait
all
a
time.
minute.
Right now.
Yeah, that's not Joel Embiid. But
You
no,
got-
ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to know, Philly fans. I'm
Don't do
not a
that.
hater on Jalen Hurts. I'm not a Jalen Hurts. I'm just a big time Lamar Demetrius Jackson fan. So let's let that be said. Good.
Nobody
All right.
said he was better than Lamar. I just
You
say
did.
he's not way better than Jalen Hurts. That's all I said.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That I think that's where the difference is. K Walk's got him way better.
Right.
And I'm like, they might be more like this.
Hand in
All
hand.
right.
Like, right.
K Walk, I think I'm gonna cut it right there because I know you got a segment that you want to get to before we hit rant and ball. And so let's go ahead and roll into
Jay, real quick. Did you agree or disagree with that statement? You can't get out of it.
I tried to I tried to weasel.
Go pick up, Brett. Go pick up, Brett.
I tried to weasel out of it. But I actually think I agree. At the beginning of the season, I probably would have said no, but I think the way he played, I do have him like ahead of like Justin Herbert and why do I keep forgetting Buffalo's Josh Allen, Tua, like all those. I got him ahead of all those guys now. So I think 5 sounds fair. So I got him at 5.
But he's gonna have to show it again.
And I think he will. He's got the guys around him to do it. So I think he will.
The work ethic to do it.
Yeah. Go ahead, Walk. Take it away, man.
Absolutely. Trevor Lawrence is another guy I could.
Oh yeah.
But yes,
that's a good one too.
But yeah. So this is a quick segment, guys. Here it's called One Ticket. You have one ticket, and I'm giving you 4 events, but you can only use this one ticket to go to any of these 4 events. And first one is you want to write these guys down. Write this down, guys, because it may be a little bit. So get ready. Let me know when you're ready. Go ahead. All right, we got Serena Williams versus Billie Jean King in the U.S. Championship.
Okay.
Then you got MJ in the 1996 Bulls versus Kobe Bryant and the 2000 Lakers.
That's gonna be tough to beat.
Mm-hmm. All right. You got Tom Brady and Joe Montana in the Super Bowl. And you got Mike Tyson versus Muhammad Ali.
Ooh.
You got one ticket. Which event are you using that ticket?
All right, hold on.
Brett, I'm gonna start with.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Ladies first.
It was Tom Brady versus who?
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana. Yeah.
Okay, Walk. That's good, man. That's good.
And then Mike Tyson versus Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta go first.
Ladies first. No, ladies first. Absolutely. Go ahead. Take it away.
Well, I don't think chivalry is dead, so I'll accept that.
Absolutely. Not over here anyway.
50-50. 50-50 is different, okay? Chivalry's not dead.
Different topic for a different day.
right. Topic for a different day. Still open them doors. Let's see. Serena Williams versus Billie Jean King. That's tough. MJ 90. Now that's the one that's getting me between the MJ 96 Bulls versus the 2000 Lakers Kobe. 2000, 2001.
2000.
2000. Okay.
I meant Pacific.
Tom Brady versus Joe Montana. What's their receivers? Can I ask that question?
On that,
the rest of their team.
I knew you were going to do it, Britt. I knew you were going to do that. I knew you were going to do this. I was prepared for you.
Okay.
You could take Tom Brady's best team, and you could take Joe Montana's best team is Jerry Rice to answer your question. And then I think Randy Moss
was take the Randy Moss team with Brady.
Randy Moss team. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I knew you were going to do that. I was so prepared for that.
But that Randy Moss team never won the Super Bowl.
No,
not Randy Moss. I'm sorry. Actually, I didn't have. But take the best receiver from.
Okay.
Tom Brady won 7.
Never really had the top
7
receivers.
Super Bowls.
Oh man, I'm always gonna fall back for my first.
Rob Gronkowski is his best receiver in any of those teams.
That's actually good. That's a good one. That's okay. All right, that makes it a little different. I forgot about Gronk. I ain't got that much time, do I? I really would like to see that Mike Tyson versus Muhammad Ali. That would be a good one. But you know what? For me, it would be either out of MJ 96 versus Lakers Kobe or that Mike Tyson versus Ali. Why? Because it's more we going back and forth together, right?
Right.
Tom Brady versus that defense, Joe Montana versus that defense. That's the only thing. If it was Tom Brady directly versus Joe, that's a little different. I'm gonna go with my first love. I gotta see that MJ 96 Bulls versus that 2000 Lakers Kobe.
Okay.
I mean, you got the protege versus the protege, whatever, mentor, mentee. You're gonna have Shaq on that team versus they had Scottie Pippen. They had was Tony Kukoc on the 96 Bulls?
On 96 team? Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Dennis Rodman, I think, was there too, right? 96. Yeah. A couple other players. I think that Grant, I think, was there.
Just keep in mind that both of these teams had two similar acquisitions.
And
they had
same
Phil Jackson and Ron Harper. Yeah,
both of them running the triangle offense. I have to see that one. I gotta see that one. That will be something crazy.
All right. I don't think the Serena and Billie Jean King match would be close. I think Serena would blow her off the court. So I don't want to see that.
That's why I didn't say that.
The football game is good, but I could pass. Tyson and Muhammad Ali would be crazy. Like, can you imagine that fight? Like, that would be crazy. Like, can you just say that you were at that fight?
Right.
But I think I got to agree with Britt. I got to go MJ versus Kobe. Like, that's what I would want to see, man. Ali and Tyson, a close second. But I think I'd want to see MJ and Kobe go at it in their primes, man. So I'm gonna take the Bulls-Lakers matchup.
Okay. All right, good stuff there, guys. Listen, I would take. I love the MJ and Kobe, but I'm going to go Mike. I'm going to go Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali here. I just want to see what Jay. You and I, when we played in our state championship game, the papers named it velocity matter. So it was like the speed versus strength. We were the speed team. The other team was the strength team. So I want to see what the strong would do with the speed. Mike Tyson was strong, but Muhammad Ali was fast. I want to see that one. That's my opinion. But with that being said, that's my segment there, ladies and gentlemen.
I like that.
Back over to you, Jay.
Hey, look, that was good because we all had basically the last two was between Mike Tyson versus Ali or MJ versus Kobe. And those two was like, you want to see both, but only one ticket.
Yeah.
I gotta go see that.
Okay, well, you might have to make this a regular segment, man.
Right.
All right,
that's tough. That's tough.
Right.
I like
that was a good one.
Let's make that a regular. All right, real quick, guys. Let's get into our rant and then who's ball, and then we'll get out of here. Every week we want to give a rant. You get 1 minute to just talk about whatever you want to talk about. Say whatever on your mind. Get something off your chest, positive, negative. Any direction you want to go, you get 1 minute to talk about it. K-Walk, man, I'll start with you tonight. I know you got your rant fired up and ready to go. 1 minute on the clock. Take it away, K-Walk.
Yeah, I'm kind of circling back here, ladies and gentlemen. I talked about it earlier, and that's the Sacramento Kings fan base. I mean, good gracious! If you guys, again, like I mentioned earlier, if you guys didn't get a chance to see the Kings versus the Warriors, watch that fan base. That fan base is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, when I looked at that fan base and I heard it, I turned my volume up. It sounds like I was at a concert. I mean, I only went to 2 concerts, but and it sounded just as loud there. So hats off to the Sacramento Kings fan base. I hope to see when they go to the Warriors. I hope to see that we see that jumbotron and of them being outside of their arena and it's getting involved. So King fans, keep it up because that was some awesome stuff. Give that energy to these guys because they're feeding off you for sure. So my love tonight is to the Sacramento Kings fan base.
Yeah, great call, man. They've been phenomenal. It's been so loud in that arena. It's been ridiculous. Look, I'm not going to kill this guy in my rant, but I am kind of I think Draymond Green just has to be smarter. Like, I don't want to kill him. I know Sabonis did grab his leg, but when you're that important to your team, you can't let your emotions get the best of you. You cannot get thrown out of a game that your team really needs to win. So I just look, Draymond, I know you're the heart and soul of that team. I know you bring the muscle. I know you bring the aggression, but I need you to control your emotions and be smarter. There's no way Golden State can win if you're not on the floor. Control yourself, Draymond Green. Control yourself. All right, Britt, your call. What you got for us?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sitting here because the game is on, and I'm watching this TNT halftime report with Kenny the Jet Smith,
running around with those knees rubbing together.
Right. I'm like, he looked like Pee Wee Herman trying to do agility workout. Like, it just looks real goofy. I'm sorry.
Second best show to us. Second best show to us.
Right, second best show. Exactly. Guys, I wasn't sure about a rant tonight, but you know what? Something happened after the game one of the Sixers net game, and it kind of irritated me a little bit. So I'm coming at the Nets head coach, what's his name? Jack Vaughn, whatever his name is, complaining about how they don't call enough fouls on Embiid, how he was traveling 3-second violations, yada, 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 yada. All you doing is trying to sway the rest in your direction because you know it's going to be very tough for the Nets. And I'm trying to be nice when I'm saying this. Going to be very tough for the Nets to beat the Sixers in this series. Look, I like those young players on the team, Jack Vaughn, but let's be real. You are technically a rival, and I've been nice for a very, very, very long time. So watch yourself. All right, stop trying to persuade anything from going in your direction because it's not going to work. First of all, get better players on your team outside of. But I do love Mikal Bridges, of course. I love Cam Johnson, of course, and a couple other players. But you're going to have to be patient. This ain't the series for y'all. So I'm gonna keep it nice today. Keep it nice and cool.
Yeah, I won't be. They're outclassed. They're in over their heads in that series. I think they might get swept, honestly. So yeah, I'm with you there, Britt. All right, good stuff, guys. Let's go into who's ball. And every week we want to shout out a team, player, coach, anyone, just someone who's been absolutely getting it done. I'm gonna go first, so K-Walk doesn't steal my guy. I'm going with Malik Monk of the Sacramento Kings. He has doubled his scoring in the playoffs. He's averaging 25 points a night in those first two games. He really has been the difference maker for Sacramento. Malik Monk has been absolutely balling. Britt, who you got for us?
I went a different route tonight because actually this team is no longer in the playoffs. They lost in the play-in to the Heat. But I had to shout out DeMar DeRozan's daughter. You know, we haven't seen each other since that last game.
Yes.
Man, was she the MVP for the Bulls against, I can't remember the team they was playing. It doesn't matter at this point.
Toronto, I think.
It was the Raptors. Every time she screamed on a free throw, the Raptors missed at least once. And she timed it perfectly. And clearly it was bothersome towards these players because it worked. She was the MVP of that game, and I was a little tight. And I understand she has to go to school, but I wish and hoping she was at that Miami Heat game to see if it was going to work. But I will say this: I don't appreciate the Heat trolling that little girl. Grow up, don't do that. It's a little girl here, but she was balling to me just in a different way. So shout out to Dior DeRozan.
Absolutely, K-Walk, what you got?
Britt, LIG that. Let that go. Let it go. Let it go. They won't let that. But shout out to I think who was it, Delta or United? Someone offered them to offered her free tickets on the plane as well. I forget it was who it was. Awesome. Awesome stuff there. Yes, I agree with you there, Britt. I loved it. But I'm going to go with Jimmy Butler here, man. I mean, my man Jimmy Butler has been doing this thing. It show up, man. And I think that, and I kind of alluded to it. I was kind of being facetious, but I think these guys kind of have a plan in their head other than Tyler Hero getting hurt. I think they have a plan in their head as far as them ready to be ready, they're playoff ready. They want to be all about that playoffs, like you mentioned, Britt. But Jimmy Butler has been doing this thing, man, putting up 30 plus points, 10 assists, and rebounding as well. So my man Jimmy Butler has been balling.
Yeah, that's a good call. Playoff Jimmy is back, man. He's back for sure. All right, good stuff, guys. Let's go ahead and wrap this up and get out of here so we can watch some of these games before we shut it down for the night. Britt, let the people know where they can find you. I'm sure you're going to be watching a lot of basketball this week, but tell us what you're looking forward to as well.
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Britne Monique is right there at the bottom of my screen. finish watching these games tonight. I think the Atlanta Hawks will be another team to get swept because they are looking like no competition at all. Actually, to me, they look worse than the Hawks. Than the Nets.
Yeah.
But of course that, and then the other game that's also on, which is the Knicks and the Cavaliers, which I think will be a very close series. But just the rest of the playoffs, that's what I'm looking forward to. The draft, I know we'll meet again before the draft, so I'm also looking forward to the draft next week. I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you, Britt. Nothing but NBA basketball for me this week. I did watch a little bit of spring football though. Some of the spring football games because I'm just itching for some college football. So I did watch a little bit of that. But all NBA basketball for me. You guys can find me at Jason Talk Sports on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram. K-Walk, where can they find you, man?
Yeah, as far as where you can find me, Instagram, Kevin.Walker142, Instagram at Kevin Walker 142, as you can see it right there, and Facebook as well, Kevin Walker. And again, like I tell you guys every week, is you can catch me tomorrow night with Sports Talk with Kate Walk and E. Scott on Never Had It So Good Sports Radio. We're on Spotify, we're Apple, we're on everywhere, and those social media platforms I gave you, the link will be there. So tune in, click on those links, listen to it, or call in to join the talk for sure. But I'm definitely looking forward to the Cavaliers are putting it on the Knicks right now. Oh wow. Yeah, and I'm looking at my Yankees right now trying to make a comeback for sure. But that's what I'm looking forward to, guys. Playoff basketball and MLB baseball for sure.
All right, good stuff, man. That was a fun one tonight, guys.
Indeed.
That was good. That was a lot of fun. We'll be back next Tuesday, 7 p.m. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. And we'll see you guys next week. So for Britne Jones and Kevin Walker, I'm Jason Collins, and I still like Hurts better than Lamar Jackson.
Right. I agree with you on that. It was different earlier, but all that back and forth, I'm going with you, Jay, all the way down. I'm just kidding.
All right, guys.
Time will tell.
We'll see you next week.
You're inside Never Had It So Good Sports Radio with Princess Cooper, Tim Moore, David the Duck Riley, Jason Collins, Shoshana Cook, Britne Jones, Travis McGee, Eric Scott, and Kevin Walker. We make it easy to talk sports.